Hello, A-Sven-gers, it's me, Svenny McG. Now, Svenny McJ and I went to Sudbury, Ontario for NostalgiaCon from Northern Gaming Events, where they like to ask,
what is nostalgic to you? And someone here wrote, my dad. Also, ouch.
Now, at NostalgiaCon, there was all sorts of different items available to see: retro games, retro toys, vintage items, records, tapes, VHS, all sorts of cool different items to see. But of course, I was there to check out the games. And so this was a display that was on hand. It was very cool to see all the different handhelds. Of course, much of these are in my collection, but great for everyone else to get to experience as well. And there was a bit of a Star Wars theme going on. Magazines are always fantastic to check out. I love getting your hands on them, looking to see, and it's very cool when you see hype for things like that, like before Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, back with the early Legend of Zelda games. Who doesn't love seeing a good old magazine? Northern Gaming Events really expanded on their kids' play area. There was that giant inflatable maze for the kids to go play in. Astromech builder Rob was there with R2-D2. Svenny McG had a great time in the kids zone, where they had different items for the kids to do, including things like Jedi coloring, doing scavenger hunts, building your own lightsaber swords, lightsaber training, which you can see him doing here, Jedi training. And then when you were completed, you were able to win prizes from Sudbury's Comics North Hidden Level games. We chose a Batmobile. Nickel City Fighters, Sudbury's Smash community, was hosting a Smash Bros tournament, as well as Street Fighter 6. The tournament was always busy with participants and looked like everybody was having a great time. New to the event this year was a live dance performance by Genetics Entertainment, debuting Sudbury's K-pop project. Something that's always excited is meeting some celebrity guests, like Sam Tarasco, Sam Losco from the Trailer Park Boys. Other guests at NostalgiaCon were Diana Burnwood and Agent 47, also known as David Bateson and Jane Perry from the Hitman franchise. It was an absolute pleasure to get to meet them in person, because if you're unfamiliar, my chum Brad, showrunner of NostalgiaCon, actually has his own YouTube channel, the Northern Nerdcast, where Brad, our pal Clayton, and myself had a chance to sit down with the cast of the Hitman franchise and host a roundtable discussion. So I'm sure you could imagine our excitement in having the opportunity to do so live at NostalgiaCon. If you want to see the full video, keep an eye on my channel. I'll be posting it soon. Okay, and as we're about to move into the pickup section of the video, I also just want to showcase that in addition to R2-D2, Sam, David, and Jane, that Greta horror icon was also at the convention. Unfortunately, I didn't get an opportunity to go over and pay a visit. I did want to also just make note, though, that in addition to this NostalgiaCon in Sudbury and all the events, NostalgiaCon will be coming to Toronto. And guess what? I'm going to be attending. I'm going to be actually going and volunteering at this event, but I will be there. So if you want to follow along with Northern Gaming Events and follow along with NostalgiaCon and go check out the Toronto event, make sure you're there, October 5th, 2024. So walking in, one of the first items I found was this UMD Universal Media Disc case. And I thought this was awesome the minute I saw it, especially for 75 cents. And actually my chum Glenn was selling this and he gave it to me for free. Thanks, Glenn. Really appreciate that, bud. But again, I actually have quite a few. It's always surprising how you can find loose discs even in these forms, but sure enough, I have a bunch on hand, so this is going to be quite handy in my collection in order to keep those safe and protected. I also grabbed a copy here of Resistance 3. This is Move compatible on the PlayStation 3. It's also a 3D game, so you can use on your 3D television. Unfortunately, I do have my PS3 hooked up to a 3D TV, so I'm going to want to check that out. Just Dance 4 on Wii U. The Just Dance games are always fun to pick up. These ones are great because they just use Wiimotes. They always sell for pretty cheap, and adding another Just Dance game to your collection is always another great way to just add more tracks and give you more chances. Again, anytime you can get off the couch and move, even for a few minutes, great. PlayStation 2, the Ferrari Challenge. I don't know much about this one, but Activision, we know, is a solid company. sound off in the comments below on that one. But, I mean, geez, the graphics look pretty good for PlayStation 2. I'd love to check this one out and see. This is the police. This is for the Xbox One. I know this game's been out for a while, and in fact, I may even have this on the... In fact, I know I do have this on the Nintendo Switch, but anytime I can add to that Xbox collection, superb. Dead Rising, also for the Xbox One. So again, I think this was just a re-release from Capcom here. But anything is a weapon, so if you're not familiar in the game, you can quite literally pick up anything and just mash your way through some zombies. And this one, of course, all games, basically every Xbox One game is Xbox Series X compatible, but you can tell this came out at the time where they give you smart delivery, so it will give you better graphics on the Series X. Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin. Has the Xbox Series X optimization, 4K Ultra HD, 60 frames. But it's another adventure in the Final Fantasy franchise, so thought, hey, why not? This looks like, again, a lot of fun. And quite frankly, you're not getting all Final Fantasy games on the Xbox, so support it where you can. Grabbed this one here, Giraffe and Annika, Musical Mayhem Edition. And you can see this one's a bit of a chunky one. Real nice cartoon looking graphics here. But this actually came complete here with the 1-disc soundtrack art book, 3-patch set collector's box. Everything's here. It's from NIS. And I'll do a better unboxing of this one in a future video, but I just wanted you to see that I did scoop this one up while I was there. Also, I found a couple figures here. These are actually Sega branded figures. Of course, we've got Knuckles here and our power charged. I forget what form they call this. Let's call him Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan Sonic with the Usopp nose. I don't know why his nose is so big. It's the first thing that my kids noticed, but hey, pretty fun. And of course, we've got this Harleen Quinzel, Harley Quinn. I know she's not in her doctor form. It's not Dr. Harleen Quinzel, it's just Harley Quinn. But this is actually a Kenner edition back from 1997. Always cool to find any of the old Kenner run. Svenny McG Jr. saw this beautiful print of Kirby. This was for sale at the convention. This was from The Realm of Arctica. So you can see the artist's information here. But again, we picked up this print. We think it's fantastic. Who doesn't love Kirby? And finally here's a couple games. I'll give you the stories behind them as we go here. But basically, I picked these up prior to the convention for very specific reasons. So firstly here, Hitman 2. I found this actually within the last year at a garage sale in like January. Someone was hosting it, believe it or not. But I got David to sign this. David Bates and Agent 47. And kind of nice because I picked this up for only a couple dollars prior to the convention. But if you think that's neat, check this out. I thought this was a great lot. And here you can see I actually picked up this game as well as Returnal here for the PlayStation 5. And the funny thing is, I didn't have a PS5 when I got these. I have one now, as you may have seen in a recent video, but I didn't. But I knew that they were going to be coming to the convention, so I picked these games up. Great idea. So with this copy of Hitman here, I got Jane Perry as Diana Burnwood and David Bateson as Agent 47 to sign this. So I have the two major leads of the game signed on that copy. Fantastic. And over here on Returnal, I got a copy signed by Jane Perry, who played the lead, Celine. And in fact, if you weren't aware, Jane Perry actually won a BAFTA. She is a BAFTA award-winning actress for this role in Returnal. Awesome to get these autographed items for my collection. Thanks again for watching this video, my friends. Reminder again, keep an eye on Northern Gaming Events Facebook page to see details for the upcoming Toronto thing. You're not going to believe the stars. I can tell you for a fact that David and Jane will be returning to Toronto. John St. John, Duke Nukem Bud is going to be there, and your buddy Svenny McG will be down there too. Also keep an eye on the channel because I will be posting that live interview with David and Jane shortly. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing because it really helps grow my channel. And my friends, until I see you next time, please take care and be good to each other. Bye now.